Alright, hello everyone, this is Mr. Crozier. I'm going to help you with page 205, 1 through 8, your last review for the test. Question number 1 here says, draw the angle 5 pi over 4. Well, 180 divided by 4 is 45, so I need to go 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the angle is down here. Find the coterminal angles. Well, if I add on another loop, that's 2 pi. 8/4 is 2 pi, puts me to 13/4. And if I subtract 8 pi over 4, it puts me back here. So all of these angles are the same position, just sometimes we go there, sometimes we go an extra loop around, sometimes we go backwards, but it all gets us to that angle. And 5 pi over 4, do the conversion, that 180 degrees is pi radians, comes out to be 225. Number 2.
Maria Perez and J.J. Wisenhunt, please come to door 1. Maria Perez and J.J. Wisenhunt, please come to door 1.
All right, number 2, changing it from linear to angular. Well, I have this conversion, which is the speed, 105 kilometers per hour. I changed the kilometers to meters. And now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use some trig, and I'm going to say that 0.5 meters, which would be half of this distance right here, half of that is a radian. And that's what we're looking for. And if we change it from hours to minutes, now we have, it's 3,500 radians per minute. The key here is this conversion that switches it from 0.5 is a radian, which is a radius, the same thing. On number 2, we have pi r squared times the degrees. It's 130 degrees. So we're going to have this fraction right here. And remember, always go for exact answers. I have a pi there, so let's just go 25 squared times 130 divided by 360. Say crazy decimal. If I put this into a fraction decimal, now it's an improper fraction, but if I press that fraction button again, now it's going to give me the simplified fraction, and that's what we want to use. 8,125 pi over 36. Now if you divide this out, you have an estimation, but be careful, a lot of times it's going to ask for exact answers. And if it doesn't say round, give the exact answers. And I don't believe the book says the word rounding, so we're going to give that exact answer. Number 4, the angle is 7 pi over 6, which puts it down here, and that's a unit circle. Once you see unit circle, you're going to start seeing some of these same numbers again. The sine value is a half. The cotangent value is, the cosine value is negative root 3 over 2. And the tangent value is pi over 3. So those numbers are from the unit circle. Didn't need to do Pythagorean theorem. Now when we get number 5, we do have to do Pythagorean theorem. It tells us the tangent is 3 over 2. So if I do this work here, I'm going to find out that the hypotenuse is root 13. And now what I do is I just go ahead and pick the numbers I need. Sine is 3 over root 13. Simplify it. Tangent is 2 over root 13. Or cosine is 2 root 13 over 13. Tangent is 3 over 2. And now when I flip these, I take the reciprocal of these, and I just take the reciprocal right here and flip that. So when you flip that, it's a lot easier than working with this. And same thing with secant and tangent. Number 6, I'm given the point negative 2, 6. So that means I go over negative 2 and I go up 6. Well, I have the sides, use Pythagorean theorem, find the hypotenuse. Root 40, remember root 40 is 4 times 10, which is 2 roots of 20. And now you can go through and find the numbers you need. Example for sine. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Well, what I did is I simplified it first, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 over root 10 becomes 3 root 10 over 10. Same thing with cosine, tangent, and do the reverse. And again, when you do the reciprocal, take the reciprocal right there. At the bottom, secant is negative. Well, these are the quadrants where sine or the values are positive. So where is secant negative? Well, that's cosine negative. Well, cosine negative must be in these two quadrants here. So I shaded this one and this one. And then tangent's positive. Well, tangent's positive in these two quadrants there. So I shaded this one and this one. And this is the one that got double shaded. So the answer is quadrant 3. All right, last one's a working backwards one. They tell you what the output is, and they ask you to go back and find the input. Well, output negative root 3 over 2 should ring a bell. That's a unit circle number. And it means this cosine value right there. Cosine is the adjacent. So it's this right here. And we go up, we go down 30 degrees, 150 or 210. Both of these angles get you back to this cosine. And you can always check it with a calculator. If I do cosine of 150, I have negative 0.86. If I do negative root 3 divided by 2, I have the same thing, negative 0.86. And if I do cosine of 210, same deal. So what it's asking is, what angles give you that output? Well, you can see it on the unit circle. It's these two will output that value. All right, hope this helps with page 205.